Hey, everybody. Patreon.com/BeInIanPod. Get all episodes we've ever put out, the bonus stuff, and 99.9% of them are just me and George hanging out, having fun, being nuts. So check that out. And also, punchup.live/IanFinance for all my dates. I'm going to Brea, California, the Brea Improv, June 27th, June 28th to 29th, Oxnard, Levity Live. Let's go. July 6th, I'm at the Mirage in Las Vegas with Whitney Cummings. July 18th to the 20th, Rochester, New York, Comedy on Carlson. July 25th to the 28th, Naples, Florida, August 2nd to August 3rd, Fort Collins Comedy Fort, August 9th, Boston, Laugh Boston. I'm going all over. So punchup.live/IanFinance, punchup.live/Jordan Jensen for all her dates. Come and see us on the road. It's a good time. We love you. Enjoy the app. Bye-bye.
Telling jokes and having smokes, riding bikes all through the night. It's a wild ride when you're being Ian. Coffee ice no matter what. Now you know he likes it in the butt. It's a wild ride when you're being Ian, being Ian. And life is shit but you're positive. Let's find out what it's like to live a life being Ian, being Ian.
With Jordan. You look so pretty today. Stop. Take it. Ready? You look so pretty.
I know you do
Put
look
the
pretty.
jaw
and
back.
I
Put
was,
the jaw back.
I was thinking that, but it's such. I didn't want to be jarring, but yeah, you do look very pretty.
Right?
What is
Yes,
going
and
on?
very fresh faced. Like you look
Right?
like you got.
She hasn't
like,
showered.
I stopped
You
wearing
haven't
makeup.
showered. Yeah, you look beautiful. I just
No,
tried
I
to put
wouldn't
like a
stop
lash
all
on
the time,
Uber.
but it looks good.
You look pretty, and it's shocking. No, I'm joking.
No,
Yeah, you
take,
look
take
beautiful.
ready?
Yes.
I know you're gonna already. Stop. You look pretty. Your skin feels weird.
Why?
I don't know.
Because
I
your
think you
skin
always look
is-
pretty. I'm
You-
not,
I know you're very pretty.
I'm not
Yeah,
taking
your
it
skin
back,
is very
you know?
beautiful.
They're all like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? You look
I've
attractive."
gotten way more compliments since I quit wearing makeup.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Time to compliment me. Go.
Oh,
You're gay and a crab man. Can I have the
Yeah.
guys, when I went to the wrong address and I originally thought it was my fault, I started buying weird things for you guys. That says a lot. Boy, would Alan Lefkowitz have a field day with
I will
this.
take some of these.
Oh, you have Alan
Thank
too?
you.
Oh,
We all have
Alan's like, you're enough on your own. You don't have to bring all these things. Apologize.
No, I don't have Alan. Welcome back to an episode of Bein Ian with Jordan. I am Ian Finance. This is Who Are You? And we are so happy
Wait.
for our show today. We have two wonderful guests that have two specials out.
Yes.
Raanan Hershberg, what's the name of yours?
Brave.
Great
Okay.
name. That's a great name for a special. I love
Rachel
that.
Feinstein,
To Ian.
what's the name of yours?
My name is Big Guy. Big
And where
Guy.
can we find it?
It's on
Really, it
Netflix.
should be reversed.
Netflix.
What's that? It's
Huh?
It's
Your
Netflix.
special
Big Guy.
name should be reversed.
Oh,
I
like
thought
mine
that
should be.
too.
You're right.
Guy
She's saying
big?
'cause I'm
Yeah.
a fat guy.
No, I
Man.
thought.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you're brave for doing stand-up because
You're a
Yeah.
woman.
and you're always
Yeah.
brave.
You have a
true.
I'm
Whenever-
very true. I'm
whenever-
very
Mine is my
whenever,
story,
like,
and she's like, mine is a fat Jewish man, fat Jewish lispy man. I'm like, fuck, that's a good title.
And where
Rachel.
can we find yours, Raanan?
Mine is on YouTube,
Yes.
Straight White Man's Netflix.
Yes.
And, I'm joking. But it's on YouTube, and yeah, you can go to YouTube now. It's out. And I have a forwarding email because like people go like
Stop
www.
yelling.
Do you need to be louder? What is this?
Well, like it's hard to write because you got to write my name on YouTube.
Did you just say it's hard to rape?
It's hard to rape. It is hard to rape. That's why
I would
Bill
say it's more-
Cosby
it's
used
tricky.
medication.
Well, that's why he's here. He's giving us an instructional today on the
That was my
episode.
other title. It's
Raanan
hard.
first.
My
step.
original title was "It's Hard to Rape." It was just me being like Sebastian Maniscalco. It's hard to rape.
I thought it was like all the way to rape and back again, and it was just you like skidding in like 5 minutes late from rape.
But if you go on YouTube or you can type in bravespecial.com, which I know makes me sound retarded. But you can type in bravespecial.com.
Pretty brave for saying that word.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Right. Sorry. Mentally retarded.
He's never played by the rules. He's a fucking bad boy.
Yeah. Now, before we get into anything
I
else,
just said rape. You're all turning on me all of a sudden. We're
Well,
like rape. I'm like retarded. You're like,
take
whoa,
it easy,
whoa.
pal.
I feel like if Eddie goes,
Cut out the part where you said the N-word.
Yeah. Hey,
I can say retarded. My mom's retarded. I can say retarded.
Yeah, I can say fag because my moms are fags.
Yeah, that's
I
how it
can
works.
say anything I want because this is America. And
America.
What if your
It is
reasoning was
America. I
someone?
forget.
yeah, I know.
What if your reasoning was like someone very distant? I can say retarded. One of my mom's friends, cousins,
Yeah.
daughter I've never met is know someone who's retarded. So
yeah,
I always say what it is. Like on stage, I'll be like, I can make fun of trans people. I am trans, and people are like, oh, and I'm like, I'm not. But isn't it weird how you just immediately
right.
were
Well,
like,
we
that's
all
fine.
have. Did you have that in the back? Like when I was just before, if you said like something offensive, you always were ready to be like, my brother is that. Like that was always in the back.
No.
pocket, right?
No, I don't.
that was always your thing.
That
You
was
would
my
go,
thing.
that was you. You
I-
would go, my brother's a throbbing retard. And everybody would be like, throbbing? Why would that even be
I had a
needed?
joke at an open mic years
That's
ago.
sexy.
My
Throbbing
friends dared me to
retard.
do it, so I was like, guys, I could say that. I could say that. I said something about black people. I was like, my best friends are slaves.
Dude, that's really. I know. I said that I call my dog the N-word with an A the other day on stage, and I was like, it's okay. I have a lot of black friends, one of which is my dog, and people were like, oh.
This has become their very.
People-
It's like an all right podcast now.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking-
all right. Speaking of elephants in the rooms and things that, you should be careful about what you say, what is that big growth you have on the inside of your thigh, Raanan?
Oh, what? Where? What?
Oh my God, I have a growth.
Is
on
it a
the inside
bug
of me.
bite?
Dude, it is.
Where? What are you talking about?
Other thigh. Pull your leg up. Show Jordan.
Where?
Yank your leg
This
up,
is not
Raanan.
how you tell someone they're teeming with cancer.
It's a bug bite.
bug
It's
bite.
not
Oh,
a
is it?
fun-loving moment.
Oh.
Dude, the elephant I want to talk about in the room. Kid's got some nice legs.
I
dude.
know.
What
I
the
mean, we
hell?
do
have some good
nice
yams.
sticks.
I'm a
What the
mythological creature. I have the legs of a thin girl and the torso of a fat man. I'm like a
Honestly-
Greek myth.
You are.
They're not bad. Stop fucking hiding them shits with your soggy socks.
Yeah.
Don't get your
But you are
dogs
pretty
in the way.
effeminate, so your Greek name would be Sissyphus.
Yes.
Nice.
I bet you sweep up pusswise with
if
sticks
they-
like that.
As long as they don't look
Whoa.
up. As long as they
As
long as they're
as long
children.
as they only look. Yeah. I'll fuck a child. They'll just see my. Why am I the
Oh
only one?
my stars! Let's go to a caller. Tammy from Des Moines
That's a really
loves women in comedy.
That's a really funny idea for a podcast where you're like really like offensive, and then you just keep on going off on one guy for riffing with it, and they're like, "Whoa!" Did I ruin it by saying that'd be really funny? For a podcast?
Yes.
I'm the guy who ruins shit. I'm like, we're having a lot of fun right now.
Yeah.
I feel like
Dude, I did that with Monroe one time. We were on a road gig, and we, that song Delamitri, Roll to Me, look around the world, pretty baby. If there's anything you don't do it, be
the
right guy in the wrong situation, the right time to roll me.
I know the song. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with the name of the.
Well, me and Monroe were
sometimes
singing
I
it.
feel like
Yes.
Sorry.
We were
Yeah,
singing
yeah.
it 3 a.m. on the way back from a road gig, and we just got done the song, and I go, man, you're one of my best friends. And then he was asleep.
That is amazing.
Or
He was
pretended
pretending to be asleep. Yeah.
You would have asleep. I drugged him just so I could sit next to him and feel him.
God, my husband always falls asleep when I want to when I ever am emotional about anything. It puts him
Really?
right to bed.
Alan falls
Yeah.
asleep on me.
Really? Alan
Super.
does? I had a one-eyed a therapist with one rancid eye that and they
Wait,
would blame
rancid?
it was
Wait,
like
what do you
one
mean?
eye that was
Rancid
always
eye.
kind of one wayward eye.
like the Booker from Stand Up New York.
yes.
You mean lazy?
Lazy eye, but it was like more
Like it
lazy.
gone
It's just-
bad?
technically the medical term is wayward
Oh,
and
wayward.
rancid.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was no, it was more
like
more
a disciplinary school for
Glaucoma.
children.
yes, it was like a
A
super
wayward youth.
lazy
Yeah.
eye. And he would blame the eye when he was sleeping. I'm like, no, that was a nap. Both eyes were involved. You gifted yourself with a nice nap when I was talking about why I can't trust men and
Wait,
you were
Alan
fast
never
asleep.
does this to you? You never
Alan,
God damn it.
Alan gets a little shaky sometimes. Like I feel like he ends things a few minutes early. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Well, I wish we didn't have to, but we." I'm like, "Wait, we have 6 more minutes,
Well,
and I've got a lot more
Well, he's
trauma
old.
that I'd like
You
to."
gotta like
I
get
know.
him in the afternoon. When are you seeing him at like 11 at night? Oh yeah, he's drifting. That's his
Oh
bedtime.
yeah, that's it. It's true. It's like an audition.
Yeah.
You need an early spot.
The
Like you
man's
need to get him
old,
like
yeah.
either right before, like right after lunch, or first thing in the morning.
That's 2 in the morning
I
at the
got him
cellar.
yesterday,
Yeah.
though. I had him on this edge of the seat where I was ranting about.
Really?
Yeah.
About
just-
what? Wait, you stopped and I got excited.
I was going on a rant about gender politics.
She got.
Oh, no
Jordan,
wonder he's falling asleep.
No, he was waking up for that one.
Jordan
he falls
got-
asleep when I'm like, I got dumped again.
Jordan
He's like,
got canceled recently. By the way.
No,
Yeah.
she didn't. I hate the term
Of course she didn't cancel.
canceled.
She did the whole thing. She was like, she did a video where she was like calling trans people like blackface, and then she's like, "Can you believe people are upset?"
That's what Alan said. Alan was like, what did you expect?
We fucking
I didn't-
disingenuous.
about it, dude. When
How
I
do
hit
we
the cellar,
miss everything? I always feel like such a mom. I'm like, what happened?
No, we
well,
guys,
you
don't
when we
legitimately
were-
are a mom, dude. At the cellar, she's like, "What do you think of this?" And then she goes through it, and a couple words are like, "Yeah, none of that makes sense." And she's like, "I'm gonna post it anyway."
Of course I posted it. It's because later at the time was like, it's great. And I was like, it's going up tomorrow.
Watching it reminded me of like that 30 Rock episode where they see the audio of Tracy Morgan doing that stand up about gay people, and it's just like, gay people, if I was gay, I'd just touch myself all the time, and then he gets everyone like really angry at him. Did I ruin it just by bringing up
Mine
30
is better
Rock?
than that. Right?
Well, that's pretty good.
I feel like sometimes I
that was on,
miss
like, a
all of
TV
this.
show.
You couldn't have been like that canceled because I never.
No,
it never
it
even
happened
caught
for a
wind of
day,
it.
and then
Yeah.
people move
But
on.
don't act like you're surprised.
I'm not surprised.
You-
I'm mad at comics who were saying
yeah, that's bullshit. Comics, any comic.
comics commenting unacceptable.
A comedian could post about how all Jews should
Yeah.
be put back into the concentration camp, and at the end just be like, "I'm not joking. This is serious," and I still wouldn't say anything because there's
Yeah.
a comics code.
There's a comments code.
There's
Yeah.
if Hitler was a
Comments
comic, I
code?
would have never
That's
said
why I would
anything bad
never-
about.
Comics code, not
You
comments
wouldn't
code.
even think to do it.
Comics code.
Me
not
neither. I would
comments.
never do. I
Comics
would never like
comment
take
code.
part in like some sort of article where I was saying
Right.
someone was, it should be done or no. Fuck
No,
that.
even
I know
when-
they
even
called me
when-
about Louis every day. They were calling me about Louis until finally I picked up and I was like, "Hey, I'm not going to give you what you guys want. Like, I get why you're calling me. I'm his female opener, but
You're like,
fuck,
this is
right
worse than when he
That's
raped
funny.
me.
They-
Fuck, wait, I
up."
didn't. Shit.
You
This
know
was
what
off
you're
the record,
reminding me a
right?
lot of?
The same guy kept emailing me about opening for Louis, and they're like, the fact that you made the decision to open for Louis after these things came. I was like, it was 2016. It was before. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
get your dates right and get off my dick. I'm in Tampa right now.
Yeah.
My
Dude,
life
that-
is not fun. Please
That's
leave
like
me alone.
when Chris Redd got knocked out by Keenan's people, and they kept coming by the cellar to interview people to like get a let's get the inside scoop. A couple comics fucking ran their mouth. They're like, this is
Really?
what happened. I go, don't listen to them. I was there, and this news crew was there. Like, well, take us through it. I go, well, I got to be
Ian,
honest.
classic Ian.
Uh,
Don't listen to anybody. Put the camera on me. Get inside, get my inside.
I go, well, apparently it was Hasidic Jews that hit Chris Redd because they were upset by him impersonating Kanye on SNL. And they were like, all right. Then. They just turned the camera off. I was
Hey,
like,
that
fuck
rules.
you ain't getting nothing out of us.
That's great.
No, I don't like. Yeah, I don't like comics like attacking other comics. And I don't like anyone who does anything where a mob could be like
yeah.
unleashed.
Yeah,
You're
no,
a coward, you're a
That never
pussy.
helps anything.
And I also
No.
don't like comics to go, you can't say anything anymore. You can say anything you want.
Right.
You just got to make it fucking funny.
Right.
And
Yeah.
part of making it funny is saying some pretty shitty things, but you'll get there eventually if you're not a fucking pussy.
Yeah, I also don't like that either. I don't like it when a comic has like a name for their tour that's like they're like arresting themselves for the things they're
know.
about
Yeah.
to say. Like, yeah.
Dude,
Like-
I got hit up by the Daily Wire and Blaze to talk about cancel culture because I put up a clip from my special that's like so pro-trans, it's insane to interpret it any other way. And I
Are you
got
blowing a
dude,
trans guy?
yeah,
Or-
the clip one where I'm like, trans women are women because I can't find the clit on them either.
Yeah, that's funny.
And
It's objectively funny.
yes, I know. But man, oh man, a lot of people fucking hated me and I was getting death threats, whatever. The Daily Blaze, whatever that bullshit is, hit me up.
Beast,
And I was
I
like,
like Blaze better.
oh, yeah, the Daily Blaze. And I flat out was like, no. Like, I'm not going
I
to
would
fucking.
do anything the Daily Wire wanted me to do.
By the way, I
I do. I just want to
I would get down on my hands and fucking knees.
I
That's
want
what
to meet
want.
Jordan Peterson so bad.
Shut up.
I do.
You
I want to
are
meet him.
retarded.
Why?
I understand that.
Stinks.
I want to. I've seen him live when I was against him, and he changed. And I was like, oh, this is an intelligent person.
Here's the thing about him. and this
I'd
is-
meet him
this-
to get to his daughter.
This is like a thing you really about Jordan Peterson. Never trust anyone who never could ever say the words to a question. I don't actually know. Like he's
Yeah.
incapable of being like, I
Yeah.
actually don't know.
Yeah.
Like
A
anyone
true
who's
smart
incapable,
man says he doesn't know.
anyone incapable of saying that,
Which
who has
means
an
I
answer
am
for
a
everything-
fucking genius.
I think he is
That I know
philosophically.
nothing.
I think he's philosophically on the level. Like I think he is looking for like logical proofs, and I think he's not a bit like him and Sam Harris, my Lord and Savior, were in a debate,
Yes.
and then they like it was a huge debate. I think Sam won, but it was a massive debate. And then afterwards, they just like went and got food and hung out and like talked.
That's
more
cool.
philosophy.
I like
I
that.
think
Yeah.
But don't like.
Because my husband, whenever he's drunk, screams shit. Would used to scream stuff that fucking Jordan Peterson said, and it was
Yeah.
so
Really? Like
exhausting.
what?
Yeah, I don't know. Just like all of
Be
his
the
books,
beast.
they're all like the government, the lie that never was, or just. And I'm like, for the love of God, stop! Can you
I think
not
those guys are
scream
such
about
eye
the
rolls.
founding
But
fathers
he gets
when
it,
you drink?
yeah. But Jordan also gets it. Like Sam Harris is just like an intelligent person who
Yeah.
has different views.
Sam Harris is very smart.
But
yeah.
Jordan Peterson gets into like this is how you should be on your wedding night. He gets into weird.
He
like,
does get into weird rules for women.
Yeah, like-
Where, I start to be on. I start
It's
to
like
be on.
cult shit.
Yeah, I start to be on board with him. Then I'm like, wait, I can't show my ankles
Yeah.
anymore. Maybe not.
It's like this is how a marriage should work. Yeah.
I know.
That's like
Dude,
fucking
here's
weird.
what's crazy. Have you guys ever done the Google of Jordan Peterson's wife?
She hot?
What do you think?
Of course.
Like? You
Because
think
deep
she's
down,
hot?
women
You
love
think she's-
mansplaining.
You do. You think she's hot? Probably young.
Is she not?
I am so sorry to do this.
She looks like Raanan with a wig.
Is she ugly?
Oh, just wait. Just
if,
wait.
if she's ugly, I take it all back. He's very genuine.
It does do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, it would help your case if you didn't cry at every turn. Is that her?
Good boy. I mean, she looks
Holy
like
Eleanor
She
Roosevelt.
looks like what his wife should look like. And
Wow,
she's
age
like,
She looks like one,
appropriate.
yeah, she looks like one of my mom's friends that would have like liberal books on
She's
their
pretty,
shelf.
though.
That would write to the
Despite-
Washington Post about racism
Yeah.
or something.
despite all the fame,
Let me see.
Oh, she looks like a villain
Stop
in
it,
Harry
stop
Potter.
it.
What? Are you pro or against?
I'm
her?
saying that this makes sense that he's pro monogamy because he's like, I
He's
am
white
stuck
knuckling it.
with
yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
he's
I
like,
can't go
If I need to
anywhere.
do it,
Yeah, yeah.
Then you're gonna do it.
You
he
don't give,
always sounds
You
like
don't
he's.
think I'm gonna trail off and get
Yeah,
some fucking
yeah,
nice
yeah,
snooze?
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm stuck with this fucking bag of leaves.
Yeah, you guys are all sexual
Bag of
deviants.
leaves is amazing.
stop having sex with young women.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that was good.
That was Australian.
That
Yeah,
was
what
good.
was
I
that?
liked
Stop
Stop
having-
shit tonight. You were fucking.
Say it again.
To the
You
rip.
just said- wait. Say it again.
Stop being a trap. No, I can't do it. But I did it
wait,
Try it
perfectly.
again. Try it again.
Raanan.
Try it again.
You have to try to weep. He's always about to weep.
Stop giving. No, but you
Stop.
put the Australians. I
You
can't
can't
do
have
it.
sex with
I can
young
only do
women
impressions
anymore.
good once, but it was good the first time.
It
I didn't
was
even
not.
hear
We'll
what you
play
You
it.
are
said.
not a supportive improv group.
Yelling does
Wow.
not make your point more succinct.
son.
This is my impression. What did you say? What was the words?
Stop having. I can't do it. I can only do an impression once.
Stop having sex out of wedlock. It isn't obvious to me, but it's not a good thing to be doing.
That's like
be a
the
man to
Keebler
your,
elf. No,
be a
I-
man to your wife. This is how his voice sounds. It's like
Stop.
this. It isn't obvious
Yes,
to me.
make sure you clean up the hole in the tree you live in.
Make your bed.
It
You
is
fuck your
quiver.
disgusting
It
wife in
quivers
every
like
night.
that. Yeah, I feel like that's.
Yeah, you gotta
yeah.
go high like this. He
Oh,
goes high.
jeez.
You went
I
full
don't know.
Australian with it.
I did
That's
not
how
go
he
for
sounds.
Australia. I
He's a
just can't do it
Canadian.
now.
Try
Stop.
one
How
more
about Sam Harris's wife? I've always found him kind of hot.
Try one more time.
Adrian,
Sam Harris can get it.
Sam and
know.
Adrian love each other. She's incredibly hot. It's, yeah.
Is she?
Try one more time.
She's
She's
so
a
Stop
piece,
having.
but she's cool looking.
a marriage.
It's great.
Stop having sex with young women.
No.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
It was good the first time.
No,
right?
it wasn't.
yes,
She is
I
a
liked it the
sweetie
first
pie.
time.
I'm ruining
Yeah.
it now. But
You
it was-
sound like
you
a
said stop
boxing
having
coach in
sex.
an 80s movie. What are you talking about?
once I think about it, I got it right. But once I think about it, I'm just like, stop having sex with young women. I just don't. I can't.
That was better than
It
the
is
first one.
weird that firemen love Jordan Peterson so much because he's like such a smear of a man. Like
I
he's
know.
not like anything that they would seem to be about.
Well,
like,
he's
yeah, a libertarian.
He's the stupid person, smart person.
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't he your favorite?
No,
Dummy.
Sam Harris. Sam Harris is my
Oh.
favorite.
Yeah, he's
And
a stupid
he-
person, smart person. What?
And Sam Harris is a what person's what?
No, Sam Harris is smart. You might not
Yeah.
agree. I don't agree with everything he
I
said,
agree
but
with
he's,
everything
but he's an
ever
intelligent
said.
I
person.
think you should be your own
I love Sam
philosopher.
Harris.
I think you should go out and
You
have your
just
own
don't like
experiences.
listening to things or reading books.
I read.
Man, I just bought a fucking.
I'm in the middle of reading The Giver.
Oh my
What are you, in middle
God.
school?
Yeah, that's insane.
One of my
What is
favorites.
it? What is this? 8th grade in Delaware? It's one of my favorites. Are you reading Number of
love
the?
it.
Are you reading
reading
Number
The
of the
Giving
Stars
Tree?
next?
After that, I'm going to read Gary Paulson's Hatchet.
It's
I like
fucking-
I do when I'm reading a book. I feel like I want to call everyone and tell them I'm reading it again
Oh,
and again.
yeah.
That says such dark things about me that whenever I'm
Well,
reading, I'm like, I think more people should know. But
I
this is
get
happening.
more books. The more I start reading a book, the more I start buying other books because I'm like, oh, I'm going to read this after.
I just
Then
love
I don't
your
even read a chapter.
middle
stuck
school
in a book.
book list. You're like, I'm going to read that, then Diary of Anne Frank.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
I read
Ellie
Prince
Wiesel's
Harry's-
Night.
How about,
A
this
Wrinkle
for,
in
how
Time.
about
Yes.
this for a pointless whole thing to read? I read Prince Harry's entire autobiography.
Wow.
Rachel, you need to leave. Rachel, you
You
need to
are
leave.
the problem.
Rachel, we're taking away your child. Rachel.
Is there a dumber thing? Like I was ashamed to on planes. I was like covering it,
Good
like
God.
crouched. It's disgraceful. What a
I'm
pig I
reading
am.
sci-fi right now, and I'm stuck in it. I can't finish this book. Do you abandon books or do you finish them?
Abandon.
Finish.
You finish. I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
I
if you
kind of
started-
feel like I,
I
have
treat
to
it-
too.
I treat a
can't-
book like a relationship that has one problem. I'd leave it and run.
I feel my thought is if you don't finish that book, you're never gonna finish it because it's very hard to go back to books. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I always try to finish it. Yeah.
I
But,
want to
uh,
read Proust.
You got to read Proust.
You like it?
I love it.
What
He's the
kind of do you
best.
like to read? I like to read like historical fiction, like where I'm in a world, but it's not entirely true. You know,
that's
like
fun. Yeah.
yeah, that's
Like,
the kind of same stuff I like to watch, like Peaky Blinders, that kind of shit.
I only
Love it.
like oral histories or biographies, autobiographies, oral sex, anal sex,
Oral
butt sex,
It is-
knee sex.
Based on your character, you saying oral history does make me feel.
I
like the
know, I
history
thought
of the
that
I
world.
knew
immediately.
it was gonna. Y'all were gonna think it. I only like
my
reading
friend used
about
to try to
oral
get laid
sex.
by telling girls he was a real oral magician,
Oh, that's
which
good.
infuriated
What the
me.
fuck's an oral magician?
Like he'd be like, I like to go down on people. That's just me. I'm into it. Like maybe it's just me. It's like he was always saying it like,
Do we
it's
know
my
him?
thing. Yeah, we do, but I can't say.
Why
his
aren't
name.
you having a better reaction to there's a small puppy's head on your lap?
I mean, I love him.
Because she's a child.
No, I just this is
She-
actually
that's a her,
this is the
Rachel.
exact size dog. This is the exact kind of dog that I would want.
This is. I was telling Jordan on her other pod. I hope you know about it. But she doesn't. call. Thank God Ian's not here. And
I love New Beginnings. It fucking rocks.
but I said this is a perfect dog. This dog perfectly encapsulates Jordan. It's a small dog because she is kind of like the new diva, crazy female comic. But it's a small dog that looks like a fucking wolf. So it captures her butch lesbianism
Uh-huh.
and her like diva.
Yeah.
I'm like Eliza Schlesinger with a little dog on the airplane kind of thing. You know what
You
I mean?
are the new Eliza.
I don't
Yeah.
have a note saying it's
I like
my-
Eliza.
Yeah, I like her too.
I think
her
her comedy is amazing.
Eliza is really into punk rock. Did you know that? I gave her a playlist.
That's pretty cool.
I think she's one of the first comics to ever be willing to go full Uggo on stage, and I really like that. She goes full, and I like that about her. I like Jim Carrey face, and she does that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like rubber face people.
I'm
Yeah,
ugly all the
she's
time
funny.
on
I
stage.
know, I
Where's
know, I
my
know.
fucking
You're not.
Nothing-
Don't say that. You're also hairy, gross, fat.
Yeah, it is interesting when very hot women aren't afraid to be like make heinous faces and yeah.
That being said, it's very annoying when there's like it'll be like Olivia Rodrigo and she'll be making an ugly face. It's like fuck you. I live in that world. Quit
I
fucking acting
love
like you're,
Olivia Rodrigo
I mean, I
so
do
much.
too, but I'm just-
oh my god.
First of all, everything
I
I,
got
say is
mad when a
getting
hot
shot
girl
down.
showed the hot comic showed her tits to be like, I'm like Bert, and I was like, you need to be a fat hog to do that.
Who
you
was
can't
that?
be a hot.
Ew.
the hot-
Natasha Leggero.
Yeah. She's
Oh, yeah.
so hot that I was like,
She-
no, that hurts more.
Her tits were delightful.
Delightful.
Yeah, you need like a
Absolutely
hog
marvelous.
to show
I
their
know.
tits. Show them tonight.
I did. I showed them on stage once. I got in big trouble.
You did?
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
You
Yeah,
showed them on
but you're
stage?
not a hog either. You're a beautiful
My
woman,
tits
so
are-
you would it
look
would
like
be the
Raanans.
same if you did the same thing. Wait,
have a
what did you
picture
say
of
about
your
your?
tits.
What did
She
you
said
say
it looks
about?
like my tits.
From when we were in Vegas.
You have a
$20
picture?
or I'll show them.
You showed me your tits
Show
once
anybody
too in
my
a
tits.
picture.
It literally looks like a boy. It's,
You showed them to me once before I was in a relationship. You
This
showed me
is
a picture.
amazing that so
Yeah.
many people.
why?
They look like
Everyone-
When I
2
was
eggs
manic-
hanging off an ironing board.
You
When I
might
was
have been manic.
Do you remember when I was manic and I let everybody watch the video of me
Sucking a dick.
That was
Dude,
fucked
yeah.
up.
That is fucked up. People
Yeah, that
needed
was
to
wild.
stop me.
You should.
That was
yeah,
before
fucked
I
up.
got
And
back
then,
on
and then
present.
you know when a kid gets cancer and everyone shaves their head to make that kid feel
Yeah.
safe. I tried to
I
do
saw
that.
your penis.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
that's
wait, wait.
what-
Well,
Let's
let's have some
I want to.
context.
I want to really. Let's beat this
Back
out.
when I was single,
Okay,
go
go through each of those stories because that's insane.
Wait, let me see your penis.
I was showing her something on my phone. And I
How
had
did
to,
your cans come up?
I was showing her something on my phone, and then I had to be like, wait, and I took it away because there was like a picture of my dick on my phone somewhere,
Okay.
and then she demanded to see it.
I was like, let me see it. I'll
I'm like,
assess.
let me
no.
see it.
Of course.
No, you didn't say no. You said really.
Let me see. Let me see your. Let me see your
Let me
cock.
have my narrative. I said, no, get away from me, you harlot. And
yeah. And I got on all fours. It was like, give it to me.
I persisted a little, but then she saw it, and then she said, "This is exactly what I thought it would look like," which I
It
couldn't.
does. It looks
I
like his
didn't-
legs.
I didn't know if it was insult or a
Dexterous.
compliment. Yeah.
Can I see it?
Ooh, that's
No.
nice.
Why?
Dexterous. Take it in. She said you had a dexterous
Thank you.
penis,
Yeah.
Raanan.
What does that mean? It can open
Raanan.
doors. What does that mean?
Yes.
I'll show
And
you
what,
mine.
what about
Don't
Jordan's?
do this.
What?
You don't have to get a compliment. He gets a compliment.
I'm not looking for a compliment. I'm looking for a
Can we
competition.
play some soft?
then
Wait, you guys. Can we play some soft piano music during that moment? Because it was very profound. What she was
Yeah.
trying to say is let something else be
Yeah.
before you have to also, and then there should be a
You
slow.
can't even-
It all needs to be slowed down.
You were doing
seconds.
like,
You're
don't talk to the news people. Now
Yeah,
everybody comes to
You're
me.
such an only child that I'm like, yeah, I saw a picture of penis. He's like, but I have a penis. I also have penis. We're talking about how bad it is.
But
that
then
we're
you
showing
show me a
picture.
picture of your tits,
Yeah,
and I
let's talk
don't
about that.
remember them.
Yeah, they're not there.
No, I'm joking. I remember them.
Welcome to the Midnight Society and the story of the ghost tits. I am the only child.
I wish
I
could.
bet they're delightful.
They're just exactly. They're exactly what you
You
think
became
they are.
such a Jewish mom.
I
I'm
am.
sure
I
they're
am such an
delightful.
idiot. I'm sure that you're.
If anyone makes fun of them, it's just because they like them.
Rakish
Yeah.
My body is wrecked
I'm
because I
sure
used to
that
be
you have
so
a
fat.
lively rack that
Yeah,
would
yeah.
Just
satisfy
get a
any
tattoo
fella.
of barbed wire on your scar. That'd be hot.
The
And then
scars-
start filling up your body to distract from what it looks like.
Well, that's what you get for losing weight. That's what you get for leaving the
club.
community. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you leave, you ain't gonna look good. That's the curse
Were
of
you?
the fat
Were you
person.
fat?
No, you
I
look
don't
great.
remember you ever being.
She was a great
Before
big
comedy,
fat
she was really
lady.
fat. Yeah.
As a young,
As a
I'm
young
learning
kid,
so
like,
much.
ninth grade.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had cystic acne, like the kind of acne where I shouldn't have had to go to school. Like I
Oh,
needed to be in a
wow.
hospital.
Really?
I had a kind of acne. I needed to be
It's
hospitalized.
so
Whoa.
bad. You're
So
the
you had a
one
bunch
who's
of-
like,
you
no,
were
I
real
should not.
pocky face.
It was such.
you do
it
put
was
it
so
down?
bad.
You were
Did
like,
you
I'm the one who
Accutane?
should be hidden.
What's that?
Accutane?
Like 3 times, and it wouldn't take. My mom was always on the phone with other people talking about my Accutane that I didn't want her to be talking to. She was always on the phone like, well, it's the 3rd time, and for some reason they're still there.
What
And I
is
just
that
feel so
from?
dip,
What
but-
causes it?
I think like
Jewish.
maybe, yeah, like I couldn't. I don't know. Maybe it was dairy. I'm not sure. Whatever it wasn't good. It was
Wow,
deeply.
that's
What
why
made it
you're
go
funny.
away?
You can't be a funny woman without being ugly at some point.
Can't be a funny person without being ugly at some point.
ferociously ugly. Also,
well,
I didn't
sometimes men
really.
have small penises.
What? I got proof. How did you finally get rid of it?
It just, I still do have a lot, but like it's not as crazy, and I have a lot of scarring. But it just, after many years and lots of medicines, it's calmed somewhat. But like in high school, it was like I would just cry. Like I did not want to go to
No,
school.
of
Yeah.
course.
Rachel.
I was gangrenous.
You were like Charles Bukowski. He had really bad acne
Did he?
as a kid.
Really?
You never, as a girl, you never want to relate to the experience
Charles
of
Bukowski.
Charles Bukowski.
Yeah, just a man named Bukowski.
Whatever young
That was
girl wants
almost
to
worse
find.
than the acne. You're like Bukowski. All right.
He had awful, like really bad acne.
Yeah.
I mean, as an adult, you can tell.
Yeah, his acne, like you can't.
His face looks like a table that people were playing that knife game on.
He never fully, but you
Like I
you
never
couldn't tell with
understood
you.
girls having like who would go on dates like outside. I'm like, I can't be outside. I need a specific cocktail of like lights and.
Do you
You
want
were
to
like
go on
a
a date?
vampire.
Let's dress up like Phantom of the Opera every time.
Yeah, that's how I feel about women who take their clothes off in sex. I'm like, you just go off with it and then walk around? Are you
Oh
going to
yeah,
the
What?
bathroom?
I could never do that.
What do you mean? You want the lights? You need the lights off?
I need the clothes on.
I like
What?
the lights
Sex?
dark. Yeah, I don't want anyone
Unless-
gazing at me. They're gonna find all my flaws and
Unless
everything
we've
that
been
doesn't
dating
match
for
up.
over 2 years.
I'm
yeah.
all about the lights on. I
What?
want to see this shit. You know?
Yes, because it's rare.
I'm
it's a rare
lights
find
off.
for you.
I'm
You
lights
gotta look
off.
at it like you're,
I didn't take
like
it
you're
in.
fucking
It
Adam
might not be
Sandler in
a
The
lo-
Jewel. You're like, I'm never gonna see this again.
It might not like, yeah, who knows the next time? I need all lights on, fluorescent lights, all lights.
Oh,
I
Now
want
God,
your
no
girlfriend's
lights.
so hot. It's
Oh, thank
crazy.
you.
Yeah.
Such a babe.
Oh, thank
I
you.
can't believe it.
You know, she has a heart
Crazy.
condition.
Were you dating the same girl
I
from
love how it
before?
gets more and more insulting. It just doesn't work out. I've crunched the numbers and it's not. It shouldn't add up.
Her body's insane. And
Really?
she's a therapist. She
You got
should
any
not be with
pictures?
you.
I do have. No, I have
He
no-
did. His
I have no
first
pictures of
instinct,
my
by the way,
girlfriend.
was to show you them. I could tell
It's
immediately.
guy
He was
stuff.
like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, she's very hot. Yeah, but you
Yeah.
know, I mean, like,
I know you got the funny thing.
But wait, but what I'm interested by is
I don't
that
think
you
she finds me
don't.
that funny.
Really?
I'll say things, she'll be like, "What?" Like she doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're cackling manically. Your own joke.
My husband, when I come home, is always watching like college humor sketch from like 10 years ago, laughing
Uh-oh.
like insanely, but then won't ever be like, oh, we should watch your Netflix special. Not interested. He's always like, that's how you do it. That's how it's done. Always. Never wants to
Unless
watch
you're the
anything I'm in.
impractical jokers, I'm not interested.
Yeah. No. Not
Dude,
even
I
the
saw
slightest bit
I saw one
curious.
clip from your special and it was so good. I
It's
haven't watched the whole
great.
thing.
Thank you.
Dude, it's gonna be. I'm very excited to watch it.
Check. Yeah, her special is amazing. It's so like all the shit with your mom, and it's so funny. When
Thanks,
I
you
watch
guys.
you, I'm like always like, I'm like, because like I feel like I sometimes ignore funny things in my life if it's not like super jokey like
Mhm,
experiences.
mhm.
And when I watch you, I'm like, it reminds me to like be more aware of the experiences that are really funny. You know?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like I'm not aware enough. I'm just like furious about things, and then and then whatever I'm like either furious or humiliated by ends up being in my stand up. So
That's
Same.
good,
I feel
yeah.
the
yeah.
same way.
So if I'm either freshly humiliated by something where I'm like, I can't believe that, but I want to, or I'm just like, I fucking like it's
Yeah.
always like my final statements to the world. You know,
Yeah.
like if I had it like a half an hour of having the floor. Jessica Curson was saying like comics are people like we were nobody ever listened to us at home, and that's why we like
Yeah.
are
Right.
holding everybody hostage
Well,
to
there-
make them.
There's
Believe
some
us.
there's some repression with our family where we can't fully be ourselves.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so we have to do it on stage.
Uh-huh.
Like you know, like it's for me, it's like I can like it's the way I can't be with my family. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When I am on stage. Yeah.
And
But
my
yeah, so
my
funny.
family always treats me like I'm a lot, even when I feel like I'm saying something like somewhat reasonable.
Yeah.
You know, my mom always says like I walk loud, and she acts like a victim when I say that that's a weird thing to remind me of that I have a loud step. She's like, well, I'm sorry. I guess I'm the bad
Yeah.
guy. You know, like
Who's ready to get cut? Today's sponsor, Cuts t-shirts, are high quality, wrinkle free, and buttery soft. Who's not hard? Their stuff is as comfy as those old sweats, but look good enough that for that family function. You need at least one nice shirt for a family function, right? Why don't you make it a Cuts? I felt the shirt. It's nice. Ridiculously soft and breathable, Cuts don't wrinkle and look way more expensive than they actually are. Embrace the summer state of mind with Cuts. For a limited time, Bein and Ian with Jordan listeners get 20% off your entire order when you use code SKA to check out. That's 20% off your order at cutsclothing.com with promo code SKA. Support the show and tell them we sent you. Experience the perfect blend of style and comfort with Cuts Clothing. Enjoy your cuts. See ya. See ya. Hello Fresh. Make mealtimes easy with HelloFresh. They send farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes right to your door. Home cooking is finally easy, fun, and affordable. Check out the taste of summer recipes like Old Bay shrimp, or sausage or grilled steak lettuce wraps. That's delicious. HelloFresh is fantastic. We've been getting orders. We've been using them. We've been loving them. You pop them in, you cook them up, you yum, ya, wee, wah. If you're headed on vacation this summer, don't worry about food going to waste on your doorstep. Just update the delivery address, bing, bam, boom, you got it to wherever you go. Go to HelloFresh.com/SKAAPPS for free appetizers for life. What the flippin' flip? That's HelloFresh.com/SKAAPSS. One appetizer per box while subscription is active. That's friggin' wild. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
I think on stage, I think my family is how I am. Like I feel the same way when I'm with my family as I am on stage. I think it's different for me. It's like
which is
around-
what? How?
like just insane faces doing.
Well, you're a crazy person.
Yeah. But my whole family.
This is different. What you do, there's no different. You are insane
Yeah.
consistently throughout your life.
Yeah.
That means she's a good lay.
But they're
I
like
will
that.
say that.
No, it doesn't.
No.
But my family is.
Crazy girls are the best
She's
lays.
wearing a full
I
fucking
can tell
body
no.
suit.
I've thought about this a lot. You're definitely a bad lay because
I've thought about this a lot. It's amazing.
people.
How many hours did you run it over?
People, I have diagrams at my
I
house. I got
flapped
like
around in bed beating to you is what that says to me.
people who are wild, like crazy, in bed, they just fuck it. You lie there. Yeah, it looks like Bill Cosby.
You're
I know
wrong.
it. Really? Have you fucked?
No, I was talking about me.
Well, no. I'm talking about a woman.
Oh.
No,
What,
no.
is that true?
I'm not
Jordan?
saying
Did you lie
just,
there?
You just lie.
Me too.
I'm talking about a woman. Not, Ian just lies there.
On top, too.
I go on top because I come on top, but when I'm on top, I'm often saying the words, just move my hips how you would like them.
Yeah.
To be
Submissive.
moved, that's great.
Your
That's
dirty
terrific.
talk is move my hips how you may like them.
It's the quiet girls who are wild.
Why did
Uh,
that just disgust me? Coming
I
out of
feel
your
like it's like I feel like a lot of the super conservative. I don't know about quiet, but I feel like a lot of those super
Conservative, yeah,
conservatives I've heard are godless whores. You know, like the
Yeah.
ones that are really run like a tight Christian ship. And it's the same thing for male comics. I feel like all the male comics that are like the family acts, like they're like you can't say all these
Yeah,
words.
they're all fucking
They're the
pegging
fucking
midgets.
dirtiest
Yeah.
of all.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely,
But then the
definitely.
guys that are like that, like a tell or somebody is always like the nicest to you on the road.
Yeah.
You know, it's always the guys that are like that have the acts that are like that
You hold
could
his
say.
hand,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
like, "Wait, this is going way too fast."
Yeah, that just treats you like only a comedian. But it's
Yeah.
then those family guys that are always flapping around. With
Clean
fucking-
comics are definitely like. There's a lot of great clean comics, but
Well, I think
you don't trust them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's something-
exactly. There's
something
plenty of
big,
good
yeah.
ones.
I
but
think
there's
if you
darkness
throw
behind it.
everything out there, then there's nothing left to be said. So there's no stone unturned of like if you're out there with this is what I do, this is what I am, filth, then there's like like there's nothing to hide. And I
Right.
think
Yeah.
if you're a clean comic, you can have this whole secret world because you think you're getting away with something. Does that make
Right? Yeah,
sense?
yeah. And there's just it's like the closeted Republican who's like blowing guys in the blowing Ian.
Are we talking
but
about
while-
sex or material now?
No, comedians like clean comedians. There's something being repressed sometimes.
But
Yeah.
I was
It's
trying to make
Republican
the
beliefs 100%. The
Yeah.
cleaner you are, the more that you're hiding that you think that
Anyone
everybody's
who's like,
doing.
I don't talk about politics, or it
Yeah.
just means they're conservative.
yeah, totally.
Anyone who's like, I don't get into it. Well, that's
Well,
Yeah.
I think
What's that?
we
I-
should not discuss politics, religion, and money in polite company.
I
That's the
agree.
way I was raised, and the fact that it's everywhere, I think, is pretty gross.
yeah. I
I'm
agree.
not a political comedian. I feel like I don't write about politics because I'm not good at writing about politics. Just the same way I don't do topical jokes because I don't really.
Right.
I write
Yeah.
about, like I said, things that infuriate me, things that are really personal that I'm gonna
Well,
get.
it's pure
you know?
comedy. It's pure like
Yeah.
personal like.
Mhm.
I wish I
things,
had
yeah.
that ability to write about certain things or to write like clean clipped like monologue style jokes. I
Yeah.
think that's very cool. I envy
Yeah.
that person that can write like a very clean, quick, clever line. I'm very long winded, so like I feel like I wouldn't have anything like interesting to add like politically. Like I'm not gonna find like
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I get. I mean,
I write about people and their beliefs on politics, but I don't write about politics.
yeah.
Like,
I guess
I'm
I
like,
do too. Actually,
the
I talk
people
about
who
my-
think
yeah.
about these
Right.
things.
Dude, the best compliment I've been getting, people have been coming up to you after shows and go, "What side are you on? I can't tell if you're right or left." I'm like, yes, and you will never know.
can't tell if you're a gay Republican or a lesbian Nazi or a vegan.
I love it. You will
Yeah.
never know. You will
Yeah.
never
I don't
know.
think comics are on a side. I feel like
Comics
You
it's-
can't
shouldn't
be
be on a
If you
side.
are,
It
it's a
can't be.
problem. I
You
also
should
feel
not
like
be on a
Yeah,
side.
exactly.
no, and I also feel like because the thing is, we're supposed to poke holes in how everything is full of shit.
Everything.
Everybody's full of shit. Everyone is, and the things people are angriest about is the thing that they're doing the most.
Yeah.
So I do feel like as comics, I think you shouldn't start writing from a place of what you want people to think you think about something.
Yes.
You
Right.
should write from the place of again, like whatever strikes you.
And also,
Yeah.
it's that whole fucking thing we've been fed for the past decade of like comedy is truth to power, blah, blah. All right, you want to play that game? Well, guess what? Power shifts, okay?
Yeah.
So if you're writing and you're all about like, fuck the right, well, guess what? Culturally, the left is in power now. So shouldn't we all be making fun of that? And then it switches and we make
It
So
does.
it's like,
I really
such
yeah.
and they're
horseshit
very
to
similar.
just-
The extreme right and the extreme left.
Dude,
They're
it's
there.
such
They got a lot in
bullshit for
common.
anyone to pick one side. As a comic, you're just supposed to go fucking
Well, that's
pick
why
everything.
one of the reasons I call my special brave is because sometimes I'll do those jokes where like I'm making fun of both sides and people will comment like, "Oh, how brave, not taking a stance," you know? And I'm all like, yeah, because that's what I look for in a comedian.
Yeah.
Heroism. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
That's what I look for in a
Also,
comedian.
I feel like stances are readily available. Like
Yeah.
that's all Instagram is. It's like hard stances.
yeah.
But heroism,
Yeah.
heroism isn't funny. I'm a coward. That's funny. Like it's
Yeah.
not like
I think it's better to admit and more interesting and compelling to admit that you don't know, that you're kind of
Yes,
full of shit and
exactly.
and that everybody is.
and
yeah.
like and
Operation
but it-
Ivy said it best. All I know is that I don't know. All I know is that I don't know nothing.
yeah.
yeah.
I
The audacity to think that like your voice is the voice that needs to the final. We're like, oh, let me clear my throat. Like I know that I moved to New York when I was 17 with a guy in his band called Dick Sister, and that I don't have the fucking grand
Shut the
answers
fuck
to
up.
anything.
Did you really?
I sure as hell
No
did.
way. From where?
From Maryland, and my mom was outside in like a dashiki, like encouraging me. She was like, no follow-up questions. Dick Sister dumped me, and then undumped me, and then re-dumped me, and it took
Can
3
I just
times.
say there's something cool.
Where's he now?
I have no idea.
He
Dick
transitioned.
Sister's
He's
a
now
good
with Dick Brother.
He's not in
Um,
Dick Sister anymore, but
I
yeah.
saw some documentary with you in it about comedy. I can't tell you when, but you were at a diner working on jokes in between sets at Stand Up
Yeah.
New York. And so you being in this basement right now is pretty cool.
do you really go to a diner to work on
I
jokes
love
between sets?
going to diners, but it's not so
too.
much to work on jokes. Is like I'm always disheveled. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm always disheveled. There's always like a USB cord around my ankle or something. And I'm like, I'm just a lot, and I'm never quietly like focused in a serene
Right,
environment.
right.
I want to be that person.
Yeah, you
but
have to
no.
go somewhere where they let you into the public bathroom to put a different face on. That's how I always feel.
Yes,
like, just let
yes.
me into an
I
area
always
where
have
there's
an
a bunch
extra
of
outfit
Greeks.
with me.
Yeah.
Like, what do I think is going to
Totally.
happen? Like, I'm going to have a second like act of my night.
Yeah.
I'm not well. Like, so whatever I was doing at a diner was I was probably like trying to fix myself,
Right,
and
right,
then
right.
So
yeah.
So wait, you met a guy in a band called Dick Sister at
Yes.
17, and you were
Mhm.
like, "Fuck this, I'm moving to New York." What was the plan?
That I would follow Dick Sister wherever he
But
went.
what does a
and that
band
I would be
mean?
lucky if he would just be inside me over and over
What
and
does it
over
mean,
again.
Dick Sister? Like, what is it? Just is there a
There is
It's
no
my
meaning.
life now.
There was no meeting.
There's no meaning?
It was like their T-shirt at the time was like a
exactly what
was a
I'm
hermaphrodite.
in
Like
currently. I'm like,
Oh, okay. So
but
it's
what
just
if
like
it is a good thing if he stays and goes and comes back again? I think that's okay.
I'll
What?
follow him wherever. Sorry, side talk. Go ahead.
Your
We
past
should
is
just
my
have 2 different conversations on the
your,
podcast.
your past is the world that I'm living in. Where you're like, yeah, I was just some fucking retard thinking that this dude could help me get back together with me, and I was just happy to be there. And I'm like,
She's like,
well, I
that's
am happy to
ridiculous.
be here. but you seem good now, huh?
But also-
where's he? What's his number?
I always tell her if she
I mean,
just
Dick
breaks free
Sister was
from her,
always sorry. But
Okay.
Dick Sister was always. I was sort of on the road with them. By that, I just mean like I took like some kind of van around with them to go to gigs, and they were always fighting about me because they wanted my boyfriend to break up with me because they felt like I was cock blocking the band's hang.
you were
and I was,
Yoko.
like, annoying.
You
yeah,
were
I was Yoko
of
to Dick Sister.
Wow.
Yes. Dick Sister Yoko. The band could have been so great
Wow.
if
Yeah.
not for your
And were you on the side of the
involvement.
stage like, "Go, Jimmy needs more solos"?
Jimmy needs more solos. This is amazing. He's going to be in the pictures if they'd only let him have his light. I was on the side, but I just wanted to go home. I just wanted to be alone with him so I could get him. But then we would go back to the apartment that we share with 3 other members of Dick Sister, and he would just do like wild, hostile amounts of blow, and then just get flaccid and pass out, and then eventually dump me. When I was like not expecting to be dumped, I was like in the middle of eating a bagel. I was like, wait, I'm getting dumped right now. My dad had to come back
It's
to
always the bagel.
New York and like pick me up in like a grocery getter to like pack my things back up, and then he undumped me and I
crazy.
moved back in with him.
So, fire,
dark.
so Fireman's an upgrade.
Oh, he undumped you, and then you got
Wait,
back
but you're
together.
saying like he
Interesting.
was willing to live with you at some point?
I think Dick's sister needed more rent. Like they had they had 4 people in that apartment.
Well,
yeah.
making
Jordan's
the same
just
amount of money.
your rock bottom is her eternal nightmare. So
Yeah. Your rock bottom is her rocky current.
yeah, your rock bottom is a Groundhog Day. She cannot break free.
Your rock bottom is her ground level.
No, Jordan, it's not been good for me. I went out with a guy that was like a throbbing code red alcoholic that every night we would end up in like an airport like a Port Authority bar, and he would start glaring at someone, and then I'd have to get him out of the bar. I'm like, and it would always be like an old woman. I'm like, you do not have beef with Virginia at fucking Port Authority bar. Like the kind of alcoholic that like he was just like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Jordan, it was bad. He would break up with her, and then come back together,
Stop.
and then break up.
Mute. We're muting you. We're muting you.
I used to call AA like every day, like when there was like a 1-800 number. I was like 24, and I would just call. And I'd be like, no, he's an alcoholic. And they'd be like, he has to call. I'm like, you don't understand. He's never going to do that. Like, he's not going to call.
Oh, dude, I called AA one time, and I'll never forget. Do you remember the bookstore on?
Wait, AA? You can call them?
There's a number.
There's like a number, but it's supposed to be for the alcoholic. But I would just call for him.
Do you
and I'd be
remember
like, "Gotta get
Alabaster
him."
Bookstore on like by by on 4th?
Yeah.
By
On 4th
12th
is
or whatever.
plenty. He said, yeah.
Yeah, no. I want the exact look. Can you actually say the GPS?
And then clip it. We
Points.
gotta clip that because that's what
North
the people
degree
want.
75.
Anyway, I was there and I called AA and I was like, "Where's the meeting?" They're like, "Well, you got to get on this train." I go, "No, thanks. I'll just drink." I just went to a bar and drank. Too much work.
It's right over here. You're overcomplicating it. You're in it right now. I can't follow
If
this.
I wasn't in a place where like, "Oh, just turn left," anything else.
I know.
it's
Who
just
wants
like,
to
I'm
take
outta
a
here.
bus and a train to anything? No.
That was the day I tried to get heroin and I blacked out and missed my stop.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you try? Like, who were your?
There's a guy I knew that dealt dope, and so I called him up and was like, "Yo, meet me here," and was like, "I'll bring some money." He's like, "I really don't want to do this. You're like a good guy. We went to school together," and I was like, "I have money." He was like, "All right, fine." So I got on the train. I just passed out, and I woke up in fucking like Bay Ridge.
You were
and I
too
missed
drunk
the
to
stop.
get
That's where
heroin?
my doctor is. He's Chinese.
I took NyQuil 2 days ago.
Whoa, look out. Whoa, this guy's crazy.
Hey,
Dude,
I didn't
have a
fucking measure it,
NyQuil.
all right? I didn't measure it.
I have a NyQuil addiction.
Really?
I can't.
I actually think it's really intense. I only take it when I'm really sick. I actually find it like, but I took it. I looked up to make sure there's no bad drug interactions, and they said it interacts badly with fentanyl. And I was like,
That's so funny.
But I
It
just like-
interrupts. It's bad with a gun in your mouth.
But I'm like, I don't
There's
think-
a gun in your mouth. Don't do it.
I don't think
You
people
wanna do
on
it.
fentanyl are looking up bad drug interactions.
Yeah.
Like, don't mix it with Pepto-Bismol.
Someone's
Shit,
doped
close
out
call.
on fentanyl, and they're like, "Oh, I certainly can't get rid of this cough
Yeah.
right now. I don't want to mix."
What is good to mix with fentanyl?
Everything.
You know?
FLPM.
Family functions.
Works like a charm.
Have you done fentanyl?
It's the best.
Have you done
I've
heroin?
it, but
Have you?
But
You've done
I-
fentanyl?
only for the surgery.
Never shot it.
Oh, for the surgery. What was your
Unbelievable.
surgery?
I was
You became a
laughing.
woman? Or
Yeah.
Sorry.
I became a man, and then I went back to being a woman, and I'm just stuck in this limbo.
Well, now, so why are people mad about the joke? You know?
I know.
You should.
Don't do that.
That was fascinating.
It was
What
funny
in
how you sounded.
God's name.
What if people got like.
Sorry. I don't know why.
Only me you do that to.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I love.
Sometimes it slips over onto the other.
I love a short man loudly mocking me to my face.
Short man, huh? Give me a second. I got to go up and get my knife.
It's right here. You psycho.
How do you guys have the energy of a couple that just started fucking and that's going through a messy breakup at the same time?
Me and Raanan.
It's all, you almost have the energy of like
No.
two people that are fucking but nobody else knows at the party. And
Yeah.
they're like, ah, but you're also like, I fucking hate you.
They have the energy of a couple where you took 10 years of fighting and condensed it into like an hour-long conversation.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
the emotion.
yeah.
It conveys every emotion of a relationship.
No, because we don't do this. Stop it. Stop it. That's my least favorite thing. Have you been with that couple before?
Oh,
Don't do
God,
this.
they're the
Don't
worst.
do this here.
Stop.
Oh no, that'd be great. No.
I used to try to do a joke about how I wish me and my girlfriend had baseball hand signals for when she wanted me to stop instead of just going, stop. You've told that story already.
Oh yeah.
My
Babe,
mom would scream the amount of
can't
years
even-
she was married to my dad whenever they
She
were
would
married.
what?
16 years of this shit, Howard. It was
Good
always the amount of
God.
time they were married was what she would yell at an argument. But it
My
would be always,
grandmother would just
would
go,
your parents fight in the house?
Jenny! Shh. Sorry.
My dad would never. He was very calm,
Calm.
but then when he did yell, it would be the most terrifying thing in the world because it happened like once every 5 years.
Yeah.
He loved computers. One time, my mom dropped his laptop, and it was like Chris Brown, but no fighting, just yelling.
Oh my God.
It was just like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Did he bite her face?
He just. Did
Did he call her names?
No, he'd just be like, "Fucking." He just get like a calm person just gets angry is the scariest thing in the world.
Yeah.
My dad
yeah.
would-
I thought
Kick
this would be
and
funny,
punch.
but I feel like I'm revealing.
No, I think
trauma.
it's fascinating.
No,
I think
we
it's
have
interesting
way
hearing
worse.
how like
Yeah.
families fight or don't. I'm fascinated with that kind of shit.
We're watching you like, oh, that sounds so sweet.
Oh,
Just
really?
have your dad.
What a
I'm literally being
dream.
like,
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
So just sometimes?
Yeah.
I don't want to brag about him being alive. I'm sorry.
My dad
but-
would try and kill my mother all the time in front of me.
Oh, really?
All the time.
What do you
Try
mean
and
kill?
absolutely smash her. Dude, we were cracking up about it at dinner the other day with my mom. And me and Jamie were like reminiscing about my dad trying to kill my mom. And my mom is such a rugged lesbian that she would just have her face slammed between a door and a wall with dad just smushing her clothes and her lips just sticking out going, Jack, you got to calm down. What the fuck? This is ridiculous. You got to stop. We're like, Mom, you're going to die. And she's like, oh, are you a big man now? You a big man slamming me in the door? And sorry.
God.
Sorry.
like
Look at that.
terrified.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
It was really funny though.
and
We
now
come
she's
from a-
okay.
Any woman would be like, stop. And she was like, dude, you're being a fuck. This is ridiculous. Please
She
stop.
sounds fascinating.
She's the
Is she like happier now? Is things okay?
Oh, they got divorced when I was 2. Yeah.
And she's now is she with a woman now? She's lesbian?
Yeah.
I'm still gonna just whatever you're cackling about, I'm not concerned about. I'm concerned about her
funny.
mom's welfare.
You're like,
But I
dude,
wanna know what
remember, This
happened.
is about the funniest shit ever.
I know, it's
My
so
mom's
terrifying.
face is getting smashed in a vice grip. that felt like got a knife waving her. You know the scene in The Shining? Here's Johnny. So that happened in real life.
That felt like the scene
Jordan
in the movie
Bell.
where someone is trying to tell a funny story, but then they just start crying at the end. Like it's like they didn't real. You know what I mean? You're like, like it was just that was crazy.
I want to have for my special, there's a picture of my mom sitting up on this like lawn chair with all of these women around her at a rugby game, and she's like icing her knee, and it just has written on it "Queen of the Dykes" in Sharpie with a bunch of stab holes in it from my dad stabbing it, which is like the most
These
ridiculous
are
thing.
fun stories. This is not. You're not Billy Crystal doing a solo
think he
show. These
spelled
are
dyke wrong,
horrifying
though.
stories. These are horrifying stories.
Hero Queen of the Dyke?
Yeah.
Did you get this from Ray Finkel's bedroom?
Yeah,
What are you
yeah.
talking
Isn't that
about?
weird?
You're passing this off as like
laces
you're
out, Dan.
passing this
yeah.
off like you're doing a Christopher Titus show.
So
You're
many.
Like,
There's when they had to get divorced and she had to get custody, she had like 18 artifacts in front of the judge of like all of this violence, and they were just like, well, and dad was like, it's my sperm, and they were like, get the fuck out of here.
One time he cut off her head and it was just he put it on the bed. It's just funny, you know. It's really funny.
Good riff.
I'm trying to think of the worst things possible. I want to think of the worst. He
What was the
wasn't really violent towards us. It was just a bad living condition. Like there was a lot of maggots in my bed one day.
Oh
filling my bed.
God. Where did you grow up?
In a
In
barn.
hell.
In a barn.
Good.
This
God.
is not
In Dante's Inferno.
Jordan, this is not
Anyway, do
relatable.
we still want to talk about how I'm crazy? Huh?
Yeah, Jesus.
We still want to discuss
Christ.
how I'm a dead fish in
I'm not
bed.
getting enough riff support here. I'm not getting enough riff support. Hey, say something.
Does your mom have is she married now?
No,
Is she happier?
she's yes.
Is she happier
She's
than
fucked every woman in our hometown, and now she's
Terrific.
retired.
Tremendous.
Yeah, totally.
Well,
Did that make her happy? Fucking everyone?
No.
Oh, shit.
well, one time my dad raised his voice at me.
Yeah.
So I know
heard you.
you're. Every 4 years, my dad would raise his voice.
It can be tough.
Uh,
Uh-huh. I really get it.
so I get it.
What?
You know.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
There were maggots in my bed, and one time there were maggots in my food.
Oh my God.
I don't. This is you're saying
How
it
is-
like
how
you're
is-
saying it like we're like ha ha ha. I don't.
Sorry,
These
sorry,
are not
sorry,
like.
sorry. Okay, I'll stop. Sorry.
How'd the maggots get in your
I
bed?
want to bring. want to fix it.
Thank you so much for asking. Basically, we had farm cats and they got butt worms.
Did you have a fucked up family too, or you just kind of?
Of course
I
he
just
did.
learned to keep my mouth shut about
He
it.
just blew his nose, opened it up like on the podcast, and refolded. Of course, a cocktail of things went terribly wrong.
I feel like we came from like I came from like a nice Jewish family. Like I don't know. Yeah.
No, I grew up in hell.
Oh.
My family literally had to hire Jamaican Baptist women to give me an exorcism.
What?
When I was in
What?
grade school.
Why are you both saying insane things? You just stopped her so
That
quickly.
was an Amish
No,
family.
he's way worse. His shit is so fucked up.
You're saying words like they make sense. You're like,
now, like
you know,
Wait,
you know,
why did they, this is fucking
why wouldn't
fascinating.
they?
Yeah,
They should
fair.
do it today.
I know, he needs it now.
he does
Yeah.
seem a little possessed.
Yeah, he absolutely. He's so frantic. It's all over the map. But wait,
Why did they? How did they?
in the middle of her trauma, you started blowing your damn nose, Ian.
That insane.
No,
That's
but
such
what-
a sentence.
So I was like,
What happened? Why did they try to have an exorcism on you?
because I was a bad kid. I
I like how he says it like he's had it. Come on, why does everybody try to have an
Why
exorcism?
Jamaican? I don't know. They were the
Exorcism.
only ones available.
He's just like,
What was their on the books reason for wanting an
Even get a
exorcism?
white answer.
We had outsourced to the
he would
city.
just yell shit like, the devil has taken
No,
over your
I was
child.
a really bad kid. I was rambunctious. I
That's-
would misbehave all the time. And so my grandparents hired these exorcists to come to the house to pray over me.
Oh,
And
they're
I was-
Jamaican?
They were Jamaican, and we were in the living room, and we all had our arms around each other, and they were like, mama. And I remember feeling so bad that they came out here and used all their oils and incense, and I'm like, this isn't working. So I started faking it, and so I just started going, and the one looks over, and she goes, look, it working.
It is working.
And it didn't work. I was still bad. So then they got Amish people to come over and put energy things in the house to ward off the bad energy. And I
makes
went around and
sense.
took them down.
I mean, it makes sense. You do have like a Beetlejuice kind of vibe. It makes sense that people might think you're possessed.
I'm a ghost with the most.
It's so weird to do that.
Dude,
I've never
having
understood-
them go like, hum na na hey mama hum na na hum, and then me feel guilty like God's not real. I'll fake it and just be like habba habba habba
That
habba
happens
habba.
a lot. I saw a gay kid fake it one time in an evangelical.
Maybe that's why.
church. Yeah,
They
of
were like,
course.
we've seen what he's looking at on the computer.
Yeah,
Fix
we've
it.
seen what you're doing with Kevin with the closet.
My mom did that, but not like exorcism. She just got like I was like, you know, when I would make out with my female friends before guys were ready to hook up with us yet. You know that
Whoa,
age where it's
talk
like
about
boys
that.
aren't interested in sex yet, and their shirts are on their heads and those kind of like, you know, emotionally unavailable like t-shirt turbans.
yeah.
So they were like, you know what I'm talking about. Like they're playing kickball and they're wearing those t-shirt things and you want to make out with them, but they're not ready for girls yet. So there's a window where the girls just can, all we have to do is help each other.
Emotionally unavailable. You're talking
T-shirt
about a little kid with their.
Did you guys know?
Remember when they would play
What I mean?
skins and
Okay, thank you.
shirts and skins, and they had that emotionally unavailable little thing that they gave you to show which team they were on, like a bunch of fucking avoidant creeps, unwilling to settle down with a beautiful fifth grader such as myself.
That's fair. That's all fair. Yes. My story does need to be like strained through that. But
I like how you're the story that's coming into question here out of everything.
I love that
But we-
concept though of them walking around like pooping their pants. And you're like, oh, unavailable poopy pants over here.
that's what it was to me because I wanted them to be my boyfriends and they wanted me to go away and leave them alone. And then whenever they especially wanted me to leave them alone was when they had the t-shirt turbans on outside playing kickball. They weren't in any way
Why
accessible
did
to
they
me.
put them on their
And
heads?
my vag was burning for them.
Yeah.
So instead, what I would do was just make out with my friend and we would play a game where she was the boss and I was the secretary. And then my mom
course.
found out about it. I got blamed for it. And I used to talk about it on stage because it was such a fucked up thing because then my mom had a sex therapist come over to my house to talk to me about sexual appropriateness, but she like sang and had a folk guitar. So I had these like weird kind of like sexual rock therapy sessions.
Oh my God.
This lady Barbara and her husband, and she had a lot of beads and she would rock around and she sang this song called Bathing Suit Parts, and it was like bathing suit parts, bathing suit parts. You only touch somebody and I'm basically
Oh my God.
it's very crazy.
Dude,
Everybody knew.
Is it
and
that
of
I can
course,
imagine that being another trajectory for me? That lady, I can really see myself becoming.
I kind of liked her.
Only boys with girls, never girls with girls, and boys with boys. That's a disgusting thing for you to do. It's against God's plan.
That's you now.
I know. I'm like,
See what I mean? It was so liberal that it became conservative. She was one of those women. She was rocking around with all these beads and she was doing her weird like sexual rock therapy.
I would have
that
rather
only
had
made
that
me
than a
more
bunch
ashamed.
of Jamaicans wearing chef hats over my house.
That's probably, I'm not saying I would take, I didn't say I wanted an exorcism. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it was a little unpleasant and I thought, and it's the reason that I didn't put out for a long time.
One time my
They made patties at the house too. They cooked for us.
one time my mom fat shamed me.
Shut up, Raanan. It's just us girls.
Oh
Girls
my
talking.
God. Yeah, but you blew like a homeless guy on the train once, or fucked a homeless lady on the train.
Yeah, didn't you?
Yeah,
You fucked a homeless lady?
You said, wait,
Yeah,
did
dude.
you? I thought you were,
Yeah.
Did
He's
your mom
walking
walk
around like he, yeah.
didn't
dude,
you
he
say you were
fucked
queering
a
off and your mom walked in and started like beating you with her shoe or something?
No, he really did fuck a homeless lady. He was addicted to pills.
Yeah.
Don't shut down.
No,
There's
yeah.
maggots in my oatmeal. Multiple days.
When I was in my 20s, I like
Let's go.
used to do a lot of like painkillers, and yeah, I ended up took a woman home who did. I don't know if she was homeless. Let's just say
Homeless. A Grey Gardens kind of situation. Let's be honest.
Let's just say the next day I asked where I could drop her off, and she said anywhere.
I feel like
So maybe she had a lot of homes and just anywhere in the area.
I think she wanted to get away from you so fast that she was like, literally anywhere.
did she smell?
She didn't smell, but she did like she was like warming her clothes on the radiator at one point, and it felt very homeless. Yeah, yeah.
Where did you meet her?
Just walking.
Why'd she have to
Amazing.
warm her clothes on the
Was she in
radiator?
between two buildings? Is that where you found her?
I don't know. There was a
Oh my
bad
God.
period of my life in my 20s when I'd like leave a place really high, and I'd just
High on
lock eyes with like cocaine or painkillers,
Can't even
and I'd just
picture it.
lock eyes with some random woman on the street who looked dead inside, and we'd spark up a conversation. And I'd end up, hooking up sometimes, and some of them may have been
Men?
Homeless.
homeless.
Oh, homeless.
No, I would never fuck a man.
Yeah, I would
But
do
a
that.
homeless
I'd do that with the fellas. It's called cruising.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, just a couple times.
Yeah, see, that's fucked
Well,
up.
one time I was on painkillers, and this woman, I like walked by her. We started talking, and like she offered to blow me for like money. And then I
Did you do
remember
it?
we went into an alleyway, and she was blowing me. And right as I came, I farted, and I remember thinking, "Woo!" I remember thinking, "This is love." No, I'm joking. But yeah, and she blew me for whatever I had in my wallet. That was the saddest thing.
Oh, God.
She blew me for a Subway card. No, I had like $15.
I like
we
the-
turned him, dude. He started by being like, my dad would get upset and be like, I came and I farted.
I know
at the
now
same
everybody's
time.
silent for new
I was
reasons.
I was somebody's rock bottom. See,
I
one
wanted
time,
to save
one time
Jordan's
I put
mom,
a hit of
and now I'm
crack on
like,
my
was that
penis.
Jordan's mom? Like, I now I want to save the poor lady. Yeah.
Well, my childhood was good. I just fucked up in my 20s,
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, oh, one time my dad came home late from work. Oh, it was so sad. And another time I gave a woman a hit of crack, and I said, bitch, you get the next hit when I come.
and then
I know you are trying to pass. Like
Well,
you're trying
yeah.
to pass for normal.
Be
Yeah.
yourself,
He
you little
kept being,
creep.
no, stop it. He's like, what's wrong? My parents- First of all, there's no
turn.
way that any of us believe that your childhood was fully normal.
Yeah.
No.
No,
There's
it was-
no way.
it was-
You're like, oh, what? I had nice Jewish parents. Nothing went wrong. I was getting a blowjob for $14
If your
for
parents
a
were
girl
good
that
parents,
was
they wouldn't have made
throbbing
a
with
Jew live in Kentucky, first of all. That's a cruel and unusual
there
thing
was,
to do.
there was, microaggressions in my family. But
Micro,
like,
don't say
microaggressions,
microaggressions
you
right
fucking-
after you talk about how you
There's
gave a
only
girl
one down here for
$14
one
for a
fag, and it's
blowjob.
me. All right.
Microaggression is farting into a woman's
Yeah. Finding a
I say that
homeless
macroaggression.
prostitute and ripping ass in her
Yeah.
poor little face.
Don't cloak yourself with your
tell me about
liberal words.
Microaggression. How much it turned, dude. Like, it just went,
This is
I
the
don't hide that, though.
blanket.
I know, but it's just how the story went from your dad yelled at you to you farted.
I don't hide
As
that
you
fact.
came. That happened with the knock loose guy the other day. He's like, no, I'm just like really against aggression. And then by the end of it, he's like, I told that fucking chicken.
Oh my God.
But I just
Sometimes
did
you gotta introduce the maggots.
One time my dad got mad at me because I watched The Simpsons. I wasn't allowed to watch cartoons. And then another time I
No, but
ended
I
up
didn't,
dating
like,
a
I
girl
didn't
and I
shit in a
pimped her
woman's
pussy
mouth.
out. And if she didn't give me 10%, I'd smack her with the back
But
of my
there was
hand.
no like fucked up. I mean, like every
Yes,
child
there was. You
There was.
don't do that unless a cocktail of things went terribly
a
awry.
Percocet doesn't make you rip ass in a poor girl's face.
Yeah, no.
Okay?
I mean, one time,
a lot
like,
of lead up to it.
one
all
time
right?
my dad put a bag over his head and raped me in a cage, but there's no connection.
There's no contention.
There's no
We
connection.
got past it. Were your parents
He's
together?
like, you're like the beginning and end of a first date, you know? Just like, I mean, the way I feel about exes is that I learned something and they learned something, and we both contributed in our own ways. And then you're like, so I came and farted at the exact same time, and I gave her $13 because it was all I had to my name. And I almost killed myself. But you know
Well,
what?
everyone has dark years, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there's anything. I mean, there's fucked up shit in my family, but nothing. I don't know. It's hard to compare what's the fucking smush in the face in the refrigerator and the Jewish exorcist, wherever the fuck that was, you know.
Who told you about the fridge?
I love that you high-fived over that.
You know.
Yeah, but you didn't have to, at least
I
you
mean, I
didn't
had my own shame, but it was.
Does this word ever come up in your guys' life? A social worker?
my mom's a social worker. Wait, what?
I
So
mean,
many five.
My girlfriend kind of is a social worker.
Oh, but you didn't have them in your childhood.
like
popping-
CPS, Child
Yeah,
Protective
you didn't have those
Services.
You didn't,
Yeah.
get, you didn't get stuffed animals from strangers to make things
Yeah.
feel better.
Child Protective Services did not come when you're fat shamed. They should have, but they did not.
Yeah,
But I was
yeah,
fat
agree.
shamed.
Me
I was
too.
fat shamed.
In your family?
Yeah.
In what way?
My mom would make suggestive comments.
Like what?
What?
Like
Give
you'd
us
be
some
like, you look
examples.
like you've gained weight.
That's not fat shaming.
No?
No.
It is fat shaming.
No,
That
it's
is fat
going.
shaming.
Have you gained weight? That's not fat shaming. Fat shaming is like, look who's a little piggy. Oink oink, boy. That's fat
It doesn't have
shaming.
to be the
sister-
movie Precious for it to be fat shaming. Jesus Christ.
My sister is the most ripped person in the world, and she will lose one ab, and my mom's like, well, your sister's getting fat. And I'm like, then what am I? And she's like, we don't talk about that. It's crazy.
There aren't enough words in the English language.
Whenever
to
my mom
describe
visits-
you know you're fat.
Whenever my mom visits me, she wants to weigh herself and then me to weigh myself right afterwards. I'm like, I'm not doing that. She goes, I just
That's
want to see if the scale works. Also,
so
I'm
fucked
always,
up.
I'm
That's a trap.
always
That's a
12
mom
pounds more than
trap.
her. Always. And she always has to weigh herself every day.
Oh
And
my
she loves to
God.
retell the story that the doctor keeps telling her she's not gaining enough weight. I don't know why, but I'm not gaining weight. I'm like, Mom, because you're not eating shit and I'm not going to do the side-by-side weighing.
I'm so sorry, but that's more demented
so
than maggots.
It's
I would
fucked.
eat a bowl of maggots over
Oh
my
my
mom being like, get on the
God.
scale after me.
know.
That
Isn't
I
that
was
fucked up?
that's
Yeah.
so fucked up.
And I've always
I'm
been
a
like a
crab
real
man.
large, fucking stealthy brute next to her, too.
Really? She always had a
She's
hot
always
guy?
been very tiny. She's always been real tiny. And I've always been just her big, hulking daughter.
Oh my god!
I think we have similar moms in many ways. Because your mom also like talks about like how she's like not liberal and stuff.
She's very liberal and she just wants everybody, but she doesn't connect to the people closest to her. She connects to people that are like outside the family. Like, you know, so like if somebody's like, you know, the mechanic that's not anyone
Right.
that's not white, anyone that's beige or darker, she does like a whore crawl towards and just like wants to is obsessed with them. But if I'm like, I'm in some amount of pain, she's like, well, Rachel, you walk loudly. You have a heavy step.
That, if you just lost those 12 pounds, you
Yeah.
wouldn't be in pain. My
Just
mom
want to see if the scale works. I guess I'm the bad guy.
my mom would do like self-congratulatory, like I'm not a racist. She'd be like she'd say stuff like when I was younger in Brooklyn, a black family moved in and everyone hated it, but not me. I couldn't care less.
That's the age range.
And then we're
dude.
supposed to be like, congratulations for not
That's
being
great.
upset
though.
that a
So
black
sweet.
family.
Dude, my mom will see Ethan, black friend Ethan SP, and will literally be like, "So how's it being black?" I'm sorry. Like, she can't control it. She's like, "That must be so you're a nurse and you're black." I'm sorry. Like she can't.
I know. It's become.
She's just like, black, black person.
And
Sorry.
Ethan will look at me and be like,
Black.
"Jesus, dude." Yeah.
Hi, I'm black. Hi, are you Jordan Black?
She doesn't.
Your skin's the same color as a crow.
Sorry,
I didn't know
sorry.
you were living with a crow skin,
I'm
fella.
sorry, how long have you known Jordan Black? How long have you known my daughter? What's it like to be the color of night?
That's all they're thinking about.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I promise I should.
Love.
All right, let's wrap it up. That was the episode. Thank you guys
Wait,
so
can we
much
plug
for
our
tuning
specials
in.
again?
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
You
we're
want to
gonna
let
do
me
that?
finish?
I thought you were going to close
You
it. I thought you were,
fucking
I'm
piece
sorry.
of shit.
I thought you were ending the whole thing.
No, asshole. Is this your first
Fucking-
rodeo?
Oh, Jesus.
Guys, that's the show. Turn the cameras off. Thank you for tuning in. Where are you going?
Oh my gosh.
IanFinance.com. Oh, punchup.com/Ian. Wait, punchup.live/IanFinance. And Jordan
And Raanan
Jensen.
Hershberg.
And
And Rachel
Rachel
Feinstein.
yeah, we're on
Feinstein.
Punch Up.
Hey,
Punch
Danny
Up.
Frankel.
.live/all our names for all our dates. Check out my special Wild, Happy, and Free on the podcast YouTube page, patreon.com/BeInIanPod. Raanan, that's all the time we have today, folks. One more. All right, fine. B.
Watch my new special. It's out right now on YouTube. It's called Brave. Go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Raanan Hershberg, or just type in bravespecialretarded.com. No, bravespecial.com. Type in bravespecial.com. It'll take you right to it. Please watch it, like it, share it. It's all I have. Thank you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Rachel, anything a little less pathetic?
Big guy on Netflix. Sex Sister. I still fucking love you. Thank you. Yeah.
Great special. Check it out.
Yes.
Big guy Netflix.
We love you. Check these guys out. Follow them. See them live. See their specials. And we'll see you next time. Love you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.